that falls on the earth is absorbed by it and a part is reflected back into the space. So we know that students, sun rays are warm our earth's surface and rays are coming on the earth and they after some time reflected into the back space. A part of the reflected radiation is trapped by the atmosphere and the trapped radiation further warm the earth. If you have seen a greenhouse effect in a nursery or elsewhere, recall that the sun's heat is allowed to get in, but it is not allowed to go out. So the trapped heat warm the greenhouse and the trapping of radiation by the earth's atmosphere is similar. So this process is also similar to earth radiation. That is why it is called green effect, and that is why this is the reason to call greenhouse effect. Without this process, life would not have been possible on the earth, and without this process, life is not possible on the earth. So, but now it is 3 times like CO2 is one of the gases responsible for this effect. And nowadays CO2 is responsible for this effect. You know that CO2 is one of the component of that. And you have also studied the role of carbon dioxide in plants. But if there is excess of CO2 in the air, it acts as a pollutant. CO2 is necessary but not in a huge quantity. If excess CO2 is produced in the atmosphere, it means it creates a pollution. Can you help Paheli find out the answer to her question? On the other hand, CO2 is continuously being released because of human activities. And on the other hand, area under forest is decreasing. So plants utilize CO2 from the atmosphere for photosynthesis, thereby decreasing the amount of CO2 in the air. Deforestation led to an increase in the amount of CO2 in the air because the number of trees which consume CO2 is reduced. So we know that students, on the one hand, humans produce CO2 through their activities, and on the other hand, trees and plants use CO2 for photosynthesis. But deforestation causes to produce CO2. So CO2 traps heat and does not allow it to escape into space, and as a result, the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere is gradually increasing, and this is called global warming. And this process is called global warming. Other gases like methane, nitrous oxide, and water vapor also contribute toward this effect. So like CO2, they are also called greenhouse gases. Global warming has become a major concern for the government worldwide. Many countries have reached an agreement to reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases, and the Kyoto Protocol is one such agreement. So many countries' government also assigned agreement to reduce the greenhouse gases. Buzo is surprised to hear that an increase in the Earth's temperature by even as little as 0.05 degrees Celsius can have such a serious effect. Paheli tells him that she had read in the newspaper recently that the Gangotri glacier in the Himalaya has started melting because of global warming. So we know that student, in the summer season, sometime temperature become very high, and at that time the Gangotri glacier in the Himalaya also start melting because of global warming. Now let's What can be done? What can we do to reduce air pollution? So, what step taken to reduce air pollution? There are many success stories in our fight against air pollution. For example, a few years ago, Delhi was one of the most polluted cities in the world, and it was being choked by fumes released from automobiles running on diesels and petrols. A decision was taken to switch to fuel like CNG and unleaded petrol, and these measures have resulted in clear air for the city. So Delhi take a decision to use only CNG and LPG or unleaded petrol as a fuel. You might know of some other examples from your area regarding reduction of air pollution. Share this with your friends. The quality of air at a various locations is monitored regularly by government and other agencies. We can see use this data to generate awareness about air pollution among friends and neighborhoods. So there is a need to switch over to alternative fuels instead of the fossil fuel for our energy requirement. So these would be solar energy, hydropower and wind energy. So also student, instead of diesel, petrol and some fuel, we use some biogas, solar energy, hydropower and wind energy. Now next, activity 18.4. You have various options of commuting to your school, such as walking, going by bicycle, traveling by bus or other public transport, using a car individually, traveling by carpool. Discuss in your class the impact of each of these options on the quality of air. So students, do not use personal vehicle. For a short distance, use bicycle or a buses or a public transport vehicle. Small contribution on our part can make a huge difference in the state of the environment. So students, small contribution of our make a huge difference in our state, in our country. We can plant trees and nature, the ones already present in the neighborhood. Do you know about Ban Mahotsav? When lakh of trees are planted in July every year. So student, do you remember Ban Mahotsav? So in a July month, lakhs of trees are planted in our country. Here student, you can see that children playing saplings. They plant some trees, some flowers. Puzo and Paheli once happened to go to an area where some people were burning dry leaves. They started coughing because the entire area was full of smoke. So one time Paheli and Puzo going at a place at where people are burning some dry leaves. So they both are coughing because entire area are full of smoke. Paheli thought it would be a better option to put them in a compost pit rather than burning. So what do you think? So student, we think that and we always tell that instead of burning, to decompose it a better option. Now next, water pollution. We know that student, with air pollution, water pollution is a big problem of our country. In class 7, you learn that water is a precious resource, and think and list the various activities in which we need water. We show that water is becoming a source scarce due to to the increase in population, industries and agricultural activities. You have also studied how water becomes dirty after we use it for washing clothes, bathing, etc. So this means that we are adding some materials to the water which spoil its quality and change its smell and color. So student, we know that we use water for drinking, for cleaning, for bathing, for washing, and at the washing and bathing we add some chemical to spoil the water, and it may change in colors and in its smells. Whenever harmful substances such as sewage, toxic chemicals, salts, etc. get mixed with water, the water becomes polluted, and the substances that pollute water are called water pollutants. So, substances which are pollute water, so this type of pollutant is called water pollutants. Here you can see that activity 18.5, try to collect a sample of water from a tap, pond, river, well and lake. Pour each into separate glass containers. Compare these for smell, acidity and color, and also complete the following table. So students collect these samples and also compare to each other and to fill this table. Thank you.